It's not what you expect to see walking off the metro.
Look, it's an oboe! No! Yeah, this is a bassoon.
Kai Rocke is used to explaining his passion to those passing by.
They probably think, oh, some street guy, oh, that's a weird instrument. What is he doing? And then they read this sign.
The sign propped up on an open case.
Thank you. I have to raise money to fund myself for the next few years. Hi, my name is Kai Rocke, and I play bassoon. I'm originally from King George, Virginia. My family is very musical. My dad's a drummer, and I grew up listening to Afro-Cuban percussion and jazz. And my mom played viola when I was really little. I remember listening to her play the Prelude to the Bach Cello Suite all the time. It was one of my favorites.
My name is Robyn Bollinger. I'm a violinist and a second-year master's student here at New England Conservatory. I'm originally from Philadelphia. My parents are both musicians. I went to my first rehearsal when I was 2 weeks old, so I was doomed from the start, and I always wanted to play music.
I was playing saxophone back, I started in 5th grade, but 7th grade. I saw this bassoon. I didn't know what it was at the time. So I went on YouTube and I saw there's a video of the Oberlin Quartet playing the Super Mario. And from then on, I absolutely loved it. I asked my teacher if I could play the bassoon. It took me 3 months of like every day bugging her. And then she finally let me, try it. I took it home the first day. It took me an hour to put the instrument together. I was like, I'm not gonna go on Wikipedia and look this up. And I sat there trying to figure out how does this go, where does this go, and it didn't work out. So I looked it up on YouTube. And finally, after this whole hour, I put it together. I played for 8 hours that day. I didn't stop till 10 o'clock. And all I could play was about 7 notes, and they weren't even right.
When I was 17, it was my senior year, which is a big year for everybody, thinking about college. Both my parents went to Curtis, and my dad teaches at Curtis, and so it was sort of assumed that that would at least be my first choice. And in the fall of my senior year, I had a meeting with the concertmaster of the Philly Orchestra, David Kim, who's also a wonderful mentor. And we were talking about different options and different teachers, and well, have you thought about this and have you thought about that? And he said, do you know Miriam Fried? And I said, no. And he said, well, you should meet Miriam Fried. And I said, well, but she's in Boston, she's at NEC. He's like, yeah, you should go look. You should just go see it. And so I wrote to her, and I was so lucky. I came up and had a lesson, and it was life-changing. It just felt like this was where I was supposed to be.
I got into the youth fellowship program that the National Symphony Orchestra does. The program allowed me to take lessons for free, which was a big asset because I came from a financially unstable situation. My teacher at the time, Louis Lipnick, he was like, yeah, there's this school in Boston. You could audition for it. I think you'd get in.
When I got my letter in the mail from NEC, I'll never forget, it was April 1st, and I opened it up and I looked at the scholarship numbers, and I knew I could do it. What a great experience to be part of something as huge and as monumental as Beethoven 9. And I remember the seating went up and I was concertmaster. And of course I was really excited. And then I thought, oh gosh, I'm concertmaster. That means it's even more work. And so I was sort of complaining a little bit in my lesson. And Miriam said, well, what are you playing? And I said, oh, Beethoven 9. Because I was thinking, oh, it's long. And she looked at me and she said, getting to play music like that is a privilege. Don't you dare complain. And that's how I went into every single rehearsal, was just thinking, oh my gosh, when's the next time I'm going to play music this great with people this great?
There are any number of conservatories who would have been thrilled to have Robyn as a student. Fortunately for us, she chose to come to NEC, in part because we were able to offer her a scholarship commensurate with her potential.
I wouldn't be here if I was not able to get the scholarship that I've been getting. Boston's an amazing place to be if you're a musician. Mr. Henniger is my teacher here. He's a conch bassoonist in the BSO. He's a great guy, love that man. He's definitely been a huge part of my life here. He gets you to strive for something.
Kai is the kind of student whose enthusiasm just lights up the room. I sense that there's a lot about Kai as a musician that we really haven't seen yet.
Whenever I call home, they're just like, we're so proud of you. My dad hasn't given up playing percussion like a once-in-a-while thing, and he always tells me he wishes he was able to pursue music, so he's just really happy that I was able to, keep going.
It's indicative of how important financial aid is to our admissions process that 99% of our applicants request financial aid when they apply, and 94% of our successful applicants actually receive financial aid.
I would not be here if it weren't for the scholarship I received.
My parents, basically, they can't afford to help me through college, and I'm really grateful for all the help that I've been able to get. The financial support, it's allowed me to, actually focus on my studies instead of having to work constantly. The whole reason I went busing last year was to raise money for the room and board because my scholarship covers nearly all of my tuition.
Scholarship aid is NEC's way of saying, we really believe in you. We think you've got talent. We think you're going to do great things in the world. And we think we're the school that will help you become the best possible version of yourself.
Classical music is important, and it is valid and relevant, and can have a huge impact on people if they're open to it.
Music is my calling. I can't see me really doing anything else.
I'm so grateful every single day to be where I am. This is really where I belong, and the opportunities I've had, literally because of the scholarship that I have, are just tremendous, and I will take with me every day.